Hi, Dawn here from Enzo's, where it's not about the dog.
If you're new with us, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we answer your questions. What's our question for today?
Will e-collar training ruin or change my dog in a negative way?
Oh, that's a good one.
It is probably one of using tools. A top question we get here at Enzo's for the tools that we do use. We use many, many, many tools. However, this is one of my favorite tools for not just for training, but for reinforcing and for everything. So we're going to keep this question on today. We're going to talk about it through the Enzo's, through our methods, through our how we use
techniques.
An e-collar, our techniques. That's the word I'm looking for. So the simple answer is no. Nope.
It shouldn't ruin your dog if it's done correctly.
Yep.
And if you use so even though it's one tool, it's the same tool. It's the collar and the remote. I personally use it differently for different dogs.
Absolutely.
Because I cannot train every dog the same with the same tool.
Yeah. There's no secret.
Yeah.
There's no secret. And don't let anybody tell you there is a secret, you guys. Okay. So the simple answer is no, it won't. And here's why. Here's why our training won't. Because the first thing we do is, we do this after we have the dog, but the big thing we do is I'm not going to sell you an e-collar. Here's your e-collar. Go home. You're not going to go home with a tool that you don't know how to use. We are going to take our time and teach you. I have actually held tools back from giving them to clients, even though they paid for it, because they needed more help in learning how to use the tool. So not only do we give you your dog the education, which that's next, we give you the education on how to use the tool properly. I don't want you to put any tools on your dogs that you don't know how to use, because that's counterproductive, right? It's not going to. And so that's what we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you how to use the tools, the mechanics of the tools. It's one reason that we only use a couple brands of them, because they are not all created equal. Oh my gosh, we've had e-collars here, and I won't use anything on a dog that I wouldn't use on my dogs or put on myself. So if somebody walks in the door, they have an e-collar, I'll put it on myself and see where it's at. And I can tell you this, there are some models out there that you put it on a number 1 and it about knocks me off the chair. The ones that we use, I don't feel it until it gets to about 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm, and very mild.
Very mild. So that you have to look at what is the stim doing. So number 1, I'm going to teach you how to use it, right? Oh, here's one. Look at this. We have one right here. So here is ours. We happen to use eCollar Technologies. And there's a lot of eCollar Technologies. We use this one, this specific Easy 900 series, because for my clients, it's easy for them to hold it in their hand the way that you need to hold it. So you can dial it up and down here with your thumb here. And each button means something. For me, I have it on a 4-dog system or on a 2-dog system because I have multiple dogs. You can change the prong length. You can change the prongs, all about them. So in this, it has a tone, which we don't use the tone here at Enzo's. And the reason is because I have a lot of clients over the years who use underground fences. And if you know anything about underground fences uses tone. So we don't use tone because it's, again, counterproductive, because tone to dogs who use underground fences is not a good thing.
Also, I don't like to use the tone because I want the cue to be my voice.
Yeah.
Not
the tone.
Not the tone.
So we're not giving a tone as anything. It does have a vibrate. There it is, vibrating. That's pretty funny. Vibrate, I don't use a lot. We have the pager collars that we use if we're going to use the vibrate, because the pager collars go up and down. For these, I don't use the vibrate a lot because for my personal dogs, it's literally too much. If you put vibrate on Clark, he will hit the ground like he's in trouble, versus I don't want him to be this is not, you're in trouble. So we're going to teach, and then the other 2 are stim, and the stim's either continuous stim or momentary stim. Typically teaching a dog, I use the continuous stim, and I just use my finger as the amount of time that the stim is on them. So it's slow. I mostly tell my clients to slow down when they're using the stim because it goes so fast. So it can
So
go
if
so
you're
fast.
hitting your dog like this with that stimulation, that is pretty annoying. Like, do you want to hit me yet? You want to hit me?
I did a long time
You want to hit me? Yeah. So we're going to teach you how to properly
not.
communicate with your dog and to use this
That feels good.
in a nice,
Thank you.
relaxing way.
And Karen does say it all the time. You say,
Massage
your dog with the tool, right? Massaging your dog. So again, we're teaching you how to use it. We're teaching you appropriate ways to use it for your dogs. Once you get good at it, it's second nature for me. It's now become second nature for Karen.
Yeah. I've only been using them for 3 years.
Yeah, since she started with me. So, and she specifically came
here for that.
for that reason, because she knew I used them and she liked the way that we used them. So again, it's how you use them and the education you're going to get. So the next thing we're going to do is with the collars is when we have your dog, we're going to condition your dog to what it means. It's just like those of you who put a leash on your dog the first few times when they're puppies or older or whatever, and they alligator roll around because they're like, all of a sudden there's something on their neck and they don't know what it means. At first your dog's not going to know what this means. So I have to make sure he understands pressure on has meaning, pressure off, just like a leash means good job, you did what you were supposed to do, right? So understanding those pressures. So the pressure of the leash we teach first so that they can understand the pressure of this. How many times you guys see a dog walking down the street pulling their owner, right? It's because that dog does not understand what pressure means.
Well, it does.
Well,
the owner has taught that dog that this is how we go for walks.
That's how you
pressure.
walk with pressure. Yep. Oh, that's true. They did. They
Yep.
did.
Mhm.
Not training.
It's not about the dog, people.
And not training is training, right?
Right.
So we're going to teach your dog what the pressure means. We're going to create a working level. A working level is the lowest level your dog feels it that your dog will do something. Now, your working level in no distractions might be a 2. Your working level in distractions might be a 15. I don't know. Ronan knows. He knows what his working level is. It's a little bark. So making sure you understand that. So Clark, my male shepherd, his working level is a 2. I don't care when it is, it's a 2. If he's out at the barn and I'm at the house and I use a double tap on my dogs to say, that's their come when called. Find me. That's what double tap means. Find mom. So it doesn't matter where I'm at, if I'm at the barn, if I'm in the doghouse, if I'm in my office, they're going to find me. And they have only about 30 seconds to do it. So you can imagine they're running pretty quickly because they have roam of the 5 acres that we have. So Clark's is a 2. Abby's is about a 15. So
I was going to say Frank's is a 12 to 20 at all times.
And Mooch, if you guys know Mooch, my American Bulldog, his is anywhere from a 50 to 100. Like if he wants whatever he wants, he's like, I don't care. And you'll see him do this and he literally doesn't care. He'll just keep walking the other way. So every dog is different. You have to know that. And don't get stuck on a number if you're using it appropriately and you've conditioned your dog. But your dog has to be conditioned appropriately to know what it means, right? So working level, dogs knowing pressure. Oh, go ahead.
Punitive versus communicative.
Yeah. So I believe you have to communicate first with any tool before you can punish with the tool. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to be like, don't run in the streets. Like, that's not okay, right? Because a natural consequence is getting hit by a car and dying. So I'm not going to let my dog run away. However, the first thing I'm going to do is condition them to it. Again, going back to that. And then using it to communicate. It should be a, come on over here. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be a knock upside the head and then come on over here. Because you guys, you don't want to come to me if I just knocked you upside the head, right? So it's you're chasing the ball. I might double tap at your working level, a low level. You look at me and I'm going to give you the here command, right? Mm-hmm. My dogs happen to know that my arm up in the air means come here. I don't yell because I do yell. I feel like my voice is really loud, but my dogs never seem to hear me. I don't know. Maybe it's them. So
I've had many people comment in we call it a go home, where you come and you have your lesson with your dog after they trained with us. And I've had many people comment on how quietly I talk to my dog. And I say, because I don't yell anymore. I don't I don't need all of that emotion. All of my emotion has gone out of training. We have a lot of fun. We have the celebrations when they do something really well, but mostly when I'm telling my dog no or anything, it's just no. We're not going to do that. And I kind of let the e-collar talk for me. So if I'm having to yell at my dog, instead of raising my voice and adding all that emotion into it, I turn the e-collar up instead and let that get through my dog's emotion. I have the perfect example. I don't know if we have time, but there's a Belgian Shepherd, and he is really high drive, really high energy, and trying to get the owner to stop talking to that dog and to use the e-collar correctly and appropriately and at a low level to calm that dog down is something that we are still teaching him. So once you do your training with us and come to the classes and work through all of the issues that you're having, you are not sent off into the world expecting to know how to use all these tools. You get to keep coming back. We keep helping you. If your attitudes are changing and your dog is changing, we'll help you get through that change.
Yeah.
Because things do change.
They do. And again, tools, you guys, you have to keep using them and in order to condition your dog to it. Mm-hmm. So just to recap, the question was, will using the e-collar ruin or change my dog? No, not the way that we use them here and that we teach you to use them. So no, they won't is the simple answer, but it's because we condition the dog to understand what it means, right? It's a communication device. We teach you to use it appropriately and how to use it. And we stay with you on that teaching. We stay with you on that teaching. And we make sure the dog understands not just the working level, but the condition of it, what it means. We give it names, right? We teach it, and then using it differently as a communication versus just a punisher.
Yep.
Okay. Hope this helped you guys. Will e-collar ruin my dog?
Nope.
Nope, it won't. Remember, it's not about the dog though, you guys. Take care.